What's up, fam, and welcome to Game History. This is your host Shiv, and today we are gonna learn how to drift and in Assetto Corsa. So, without any further ado, let's begin. Plus, I have to mention I'm gonna take help from our dear ChatGPT. So, let's begin. So, for cars, I was thinking that the BMW, the standard car with like the standard car that comes with the game, is pretty good. So I am gonna use that because one of the key things I think is very important in this scenario or to learn how to drift is obviously the ease of like how to drift the car, which is there in the BMW M3 E30 Drift. So we are going to choose that, but what I wanted to show you guys right here is the power curve, right? The torque curve, rather, the yellow line. So as you can see, the line, it's kind of like it goes really high really quick. How do you say it? The curve represents how much power is given to the engine, and on the basis of throttle, on the basis of RPM, right? So if the curve is really high, really fast, so the throttle is like kind of evenly distributed. So even if I press the throttle like really low, like just tap it kind of thing, the power you get is pretty high. So it is easier to drift. It's easier to control by just tapping the throttle. That's what I've noticed from my first few run-ins trying to drift, which has been a complete disaster. I'm just joking. I've been learning a little, slowly but surely. um, like I like to say, or I don't say it, but Kendrick Lamar does. You're racing against the tortoise, so gonna prove him right, I guess. So this is so that's why I'm choosing this car. It's also called forgiving in a lot of videos I've watched on drifts. So which is pretty good for me because I'm a complete noob still. So uh, the car is BMW M3 E30 Drift. For the map, I was thinking, or not thinking, I'm pretty sure actually, but I wanted to go with the Hex Mod Side Boys Skid V2 because this map is, how do you say, it's it's a skid pad, like it's a big piece of asphalt, or asphalt, 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 and which is perfect for which is perfect for our little video here. I will share a link for this mod so that you guys also get to enjoy a distraction free, uh, no curves or anything on your drift pad, if I may. So the map is going to be hex mod. It's a pretty good map with cones, and you'll see eventually. I don't wanna spoil the surprise or anything, right? I'm not as it's a spoiler. So okay, so for the map, that is it, and I don't think we need to tune this car a lot because the base tune is pretty good. So, but I did tune it a little again from help with ChatGPT. So, this is usually my setup. What I like to keep. We could decrease the rear wing arrow because we don't want the rear wing to stick or have more. We need to for it to lose traction. So it's better if we keep the rear wing arrow 0. And for tires, I don't know, chat, but I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or not, but every time I try to I change these settings, right? I click save, but for some reason it has a mind of its own, chat. It just does what it wants whenever I open the game. So I know how to save that yet, but we will learn. And as I learn, I'll tell you, and you get to know it too. A little insider knowledge, if you may. For tires, I don't know, man. Like semi-slick, chat is, from my understanding, semi-slick should be more grippy. We don't need grip. We don't want to go sideways all the way. So, tires, street 90s. I know how the tires used to be in the 90s, but I hope they are slippery. So, okay. This cool. Gonna save this, and we are gonna go to drive. So, let's see how my drifting is without any help, right? Or with the knowledge I have right now. Let's go. I am using I am on a wheel, as you can see. I'm using the Logitech G923, which is like exactly same as the G920, and the okay, that's our first sideways. First drift. Oh no! I turned too much. And see. I almost I'm maintaining a drift, Chad. I'm maintaining a drift. I'm skidding out a little. I don't know where I'm going, but I did maintain a drift for like 5 seconds. Okay, the force feedback is a little less. Okay, so I am maintaining a drift. Lost it there. I'm going in circles. That's the only direction I know how to go right now. So that's my drift skill level. My skill level at drifting. Okay, so that's a pretty long hold. I maintained that drift for pretty long. So gotta give kudos to myself a little, because I'm not completely skidding out and almost have that drift. See, this is what I'm talking about, chat. Like the throttle control, like when you feather it, or like just tap it, or just like press it really lightly, you still get a lot of wheel spin. So which is easier to control, and it is easier. It's kind of like it's easier for me to or for anyone to control the car. So that's why I chose this the BMW M3 E30. I think it was. I'm not really. I forgot kind of, but like that's why I like this car. Like even if you tap the and that's our first crash. Okay. I was trying not to do that. Come on, car, don't make me look bad in front of my chat. That I almost crashed again. So the what I'm doing right now is just see, first you have to initiate, right? Initiation is the first step, and it is the easiest of them all. So all you do is press the gas, like give it a jerk, and give it like a jerk, or like a really like press it real hard, and you gotta do it as you are turning, with the wheel turned like more than 90 degrees maybe, or it even works if you press it harder. So that's your initiation. So in simple words, you've got to turn the wheel and press the gas really hard so that the rear wheel spins, and you go into a drift like this. that's step one that I've kind of completed or learned. But the second is when you're in that drift or like the skidding part. I don't know, man. Every time I look at you guys in chat, I lose control of my car. Okay, gotta lock in for a second, chat. Give me just a second to lock in. Cool. All right. So first is initiation. Second step is counter steer or controlling your wheel, like I like to say. So which is like as soon as you initiate the drift, did you see the wheel? It just like it wants to spin the other way, right? So what you do is trying to grab it really slowly and control it to control the drift so that you don't skid out or like spin out rather, so that's step 2 that I've learned. And step 3 is maintaining the drift, which is I can't do it and I spun out. That's the first spin out of the video. I don't know, man. Like I need to like have a spinning out counter rather, because there's gonna be a lot of them. So okay, so that's what I did right there was let's say controlling the drift or maintaining a drift rather. What you do to maintain a drift is you steer towards the location where you want to go and counter steer basically. The wheel wants to go towards the right when I'm drifting to the left, so I lean in towards the left while I'm drifting a little. You'll notice when the car is kind of like where the car is going, where it wants to go, and where you want it to go, or rather where you want it to drift, and you turn towards the counter, like opposite of the counter steer, right? So that's how you maintain a drift, and that's probably it. Yeah, that's all I've learned. Like I know it on paper, but I gotta practice, fam. I gotta practice. So that's what we're here to do: to learn more and practice. But I promise it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So, initiation, counter steer, and maintain. As you can see, I am kind of maintaining that drift. Made a sweet circle of smoke. Like I said, like this car, the BMW M3 E30 Drift, and I have no idea if I'm saying that wrong, chat, but another spin out. But look at the smoke we've created, man. Like it's like fog, literally. Third spin out. I gotta stop counting my spin outs. I gotta count how many drifts I maintain, rather, man. But another drawback towards to having like that really high torque curve is obviously the spin outs. You deliver more torque to the rear wheels, they have more chance of spinning out. So okay, important things to note, to take into account is first would be hand position. Another video I came across was where to hold the wheel from, and he usually said that you need to hold like at 9 and 3, like in a clock, so right beside each other, horizontally. So I don't know. I usually keep it like that, but change sometimes. Oh, why? Oh, that's a cool drift. That's a cool drift. Ah, too much throttle. That was too much throttle right there. So I was thinking, let's practice a few more maintaining drifts. Maintaining like a long drift for like 5 seconds at least. And if we get 3 in a row, we move on to the next thing. Or take some help. Probably take some help from ChatGPT. Because he is gonna be my tutor. My tutor for drifting. Oh, that was a good that was a good transition rather. Transition is like the name suggests, it's like going from one drifting in one direction to the other, and or chaining two drifts together. That was just a long maintaining a drift, plus in weird directions. Throttle was too much right there. That's the thing with the high throttle curve, right? It makes you spin out more easily, rather, and more. Not the grass. That's not for drifting. The road or the asphalt is for drifting. Car, do what I'm telling you to do, man. Do what I'm telling you to go. Go where I want you to go. Drift when I want you to drift, man. I'm telling you, by the end of this series, I'm gonna be in control of the car and won't listen to a word he has to say. But then maintain the. I'm trying to figure out my problem right now. I'm thinking it's throttling or throttle control, right? So that's another thing we have to ask ChatGPT, or the first thing we have to ask ChatGPT. How do you control your throttle? How do you control your throttle? Like you've got to feather it, like really lightly. See, like throttling, you control your car's angle by throttle, right? More throttle is equal to more angle. You go sideways, you go more sideways than you already are, and so you gotta keep the balance, of more throttle to less throttle to get the angle you want. Alright, we gotta learn how to throttle properly. But I still wanted to ask chat, like just learn from the scratch, because I might be doing things wrong. So let's go to chat for our first question of the day, which is, chat, I'm a complete noob. Can you teach me how to drift in Assetto Corsa? That's a big one, chat. You better have some good ideas. I bet he does. Because it's like the smartest person in the world almost. Except if you like Einstein or something. But chat is pretty close. He's up there, man. Cool. Let's go. Ask chat. Bro, almost broke a sweat there, chat. Oh, sorry, chat. I call ChatGPT chat as well. So I know we gotta address this issue because I like to call I've given ChatGPT a nickname as Chat, man. It's easier. But okay, back to the topic. I actually forgot it. Tell me in the comments below which song that line was from. Cool. Get the right setup. Car choice. Start with something easy and predictable. Come on, man, easy and predictable. What do you mean predictable, man? Come on. Like, see the predictable. That's the key word here, right, Jack? So predictable. How do you predictable? As in, you've got to look at the curve, maybe the lines, and figure out a way to control it. So what I'm thinking is, we've got to look at the car or like the power curve. I guess that's what I take away from that. Maybe I think. Yeah, I think that's a good theory, but let's check more. Okay, so we need cars. The first, obviously for drifting you need cars. So the first suggestion from chat would be that pick a good car, right? So from my previous talks with ChatGPT, I have round up a few good sorry, round up a few good options of cars. I'm trying to remember the name. I think it Gravy Garage. Gravy Garage. Yeah. So Gravy Garage is pretty good. I think. Uh, their cars are pretty realistic, and the power curve, like I said, are pretty predictable. I think yeah, because it goes in like a smooth incline over the top, which I'll show you right after this. Toyota AE86. That's a recommended car by Chat GPT. Mazda MX-5 drift setup. Cool. Mazda MX-5. I think I have a Mazda MX-5. I will need to check. But the first thing, we need to get a good car. Cool. Basic setting. Traction controls always off. Come on, chat. What are you talking about, man? We're not that noob. Nah, I had to actually ask chat about this earlier and did it, corrected it. But yeah, stability control obviously has to be off. Come on. Okay, manual gears, 900 degrees. Okay, yeah. One important thing and a really important one, you've got to set your car's steering wheel angle to a 900 degrees, no doubt. Oh, by the way, while we're on the topic of a wheel, I gotta say, like this Logitech G923, excuse me, the Logitech G923 is like, let's say there are three siblings, right? The first one would be the Logitech G923. Let's say he's the oldest because he's the newest arrival in this family of three sibling, you know, thing. But so Logitech G923, which is the one I have right here, is like the newest version of the three. Second would be Logitech G920 and Logitech G29. So these are the three, right? And if you look at them, everything is identical. I'm not even joking. Everything is identical, especially in the G29 and G920. I'm not sure what the difference really is. They're just different models, but they look exactly the same. If you, I think, I don't know. I don't want to give any wrong information right now. Excuse me. But so these two, I'll tell you the difference in the next video. So stay tuned for that. But the Logitech G923, with the one I have right here, is let's say it looks exactly the same, except for some color changes, like this dial, black dial that you have on the G29 is red. This has black that dial, and just like accents, like here there's a blue ribbon. In the G29, I think it is a red ribbon right here, but build quality exactly the same. features, not exactly the same. 98% exactly the same actually, but the thing is, the only feature in the G923, except for all like the, I don't know, I feel it is exactly the same as the G923, maybe a few improvements in technology, maybe inside, but outside it looks exactly the same. I have driven, I think I have driven in the Logitech G29 as well. I felt it was exactly almost the same, except for the noise. The noise is a bit lesser in this model, but by looks, it is exactly the same. Another difference would be the shifters, you know. And chat, if I'm missing out something like some key differences, you've got to tell me in the chat, you know. But these paddle shifters are kind of like softer, but the noise they make is pretty similar, you know. So but they look and feel exactly the same. The only difference is true force, which is something like it takes the audio and other things in, you know, in into account and adds a extra layer of FFB, force feedback, to your wheel. So like engine sound, rev, uh, the amount of like rev you're giving to the car, all of this will add a extra layer, or the road feel. Uh, they'll add an extra layer of force feedback to the wheel. So that's the biggest difference, and almost you could say the only difference. But I think there are like some, I don't know, they did something inside that feels a little more new, let's say, you know. My glasses are fogging up. Cool. Back to the topic. Cool. So what we got to do right here, there's a diagram right there if you can see. um you've got to go donuts. We've got to do donuts. So we were doing donuts already. I have no idea what that chart means. I can read it because I am a science student. That's enough of me bragging. But I will fail miserably as soon as I see this picture. Okay. But I'm still gonna try and understand this and somehow, but I can't. So those are a lot of lines. I'm not doing donuts by but my head is spinning already, man. Cool, cool. So we gotta go second gear, obviously, because again read somewhere that the power curve is more accurate when you're on second gear. Turn into the corner. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. The initiation, right? That's what we were doing. We gotta turn into a corner and just rev the car till the point the rear spins out. You know, you start the drift. Initiation is basically you starting the drift. Like it's a fancy way of saying like just throttle, like pedal to the metal and start the drift, bruv. But it's like a fancy way of saying it, bruv. Cool. So okay, so then we've got a counter steer, right? Like I was doing, but let's just take this into account and try to do it again. You know, step by step. You can't jump into the fourth, fifth step, bro. You gotta take the first step, then the second. Go slowly. But we've gotta see. This is where I'm trying to like um get a more practice in. You know, balance the throttle. Too much, you spin out. Too less, you don't even drift. What's the point if you don't drift? So we gotta keep it in the sweet spot. You know, the throttle. Don't too much spin out. Too less, you don't even drift. You know, too little, you don't even drift. So cool. So let's actually just do one donut and practice what we just learned. Cool. So first we gotta obviously I have no idea what. I think I was pressing it. Cool. Never mind, chat. You gotta do a turn, and you gotta press the throttle. Okay, that's a good drift. That's a good drift. That's a good drift. Okay, I'm maintaining, chat. I'm maintaining the drift. I think I found the sweet spot. Okay, it was too low. The sweet spot was too low. I've got to keep on feathering it, or rather, too much. Cool. We've got to find that sweet spot, like I did for a second. But you can't even maintain the same drift. You gotta keep it. You gotta keep pressing it again and again to really find the right amount every time. You know. That was a little too much. Too less. Okay, Chad. One thing about like the I feel I know why it, I think I've figured out the BMW M3 E30's easiness to drift, Okay, so you've got to be okay, just listen to me, and I don't know. I think I've hit gold right here. Cool. My theory is when I drift, if I get instant power, instant torque, instant wheel spin on every tap I make, then all I have to do is control the taps, So if I control the taps, because I know it's gonna give me max power instantly, all I have to do is tap, like feather the throttle, So if you wanna like do a drift on a BMW E30, you just tap, because every time you tap, you're gonna get the same amount of throttle, To put it into one sentence, every time you tap, you're getting the same amount of power. So, because like you see here, I'm trying to maintain a drift and maintain the car's angle by giving it throttle in taps, like to less. I need to give it just the right amount. But the thing with the BMW E30, I feel, is you gotta tap it, like increase the throttle and keep tapping it to keep the drift. But you also have to maintain the drift and the speed, because if you have too less of a speed, you're just gonna be a sitting duck. Okay, that was too much. Cool. Okay, let's see if we can maintain a drift. Too much throttle. Let's see if we can maintain a drift for 10 seconds. I lost count. Hit a patch of grass right there. Cool. Kinda getting the hang of it. But chat, you've gotta stick to a car. That's the thing. You gotta learn how to drift just in one car. If you change cars too quickly, it's not gonna work. But I am gonna change cars. I don't know. Or maybe not. Maybe not. The BMW E30 is. Okay, I forgot to counter steer. We got a counter steer as well. Too much throttle. Come on, chat. But in the BMW E30, I feel like it drifts way better on second gear. Most of the cars do. That's a good drift, chat. No, too much throttle in the end. Let's try it again. Try that again. Cool. That's a good drift, not too much throttle. I feel the smoke is kind of distracting me, fam. And we've got to keep the speed up as well. Or just throttle all the way. Cool. Let's go back to chat and see what more it has to say. Cool. And this might be the right time for some music, chat. Cool. Practice this first. Cool. So we've got the right map, chat. The right map is obviously a big piece of asphalt, and so we have that going for us. That I feel that is the right track. Maybe we switch it up a little later and go for like a simple toge map, or I don't know. We changed it up. We asked for chat. We asked chat what's like the best drift track ever to learn, and we're gonna do that, chat. So stick around for that. Okay. So we've got the perfect map for doing donuts because we have literally no obstruction in our map. So that is going for us, and so according to chat, if you kind of like, let me just reduce the volume a little bit. If you do donuts, it's gonna help you in throttle controlling, right? But I feel like the drift E30, the BMW M3 E30, sorry about that, fam, but is easy. Like, but I feel like the throttle curve is messing with me, kind of, because I have a habit of just keep the throttle pressed at all times, right? And every time I press it, it just delivers really high power. But it's something I need to get used to, which is why we need more practice. So doing donuts is good. So what do you suggest, Chad? Should we do donuts, like do more donuts, or ask chat if ChatGPT? Sorry, I swear that's gonna be the last time I call chat. Just a bad habit. So counter steering instinct. We gotta develop a counter steering instinct, which we do not have at all right now. But what does it mean by counter steering instinct? Guess how you? Yeah, I guess it's like an instinct, like to know how much counter steer you've got to give, and even the throttle control. You've got to get the hang of it in the car. So let's do some donuts. I swear I'm gonna learn how to do a donut right here, chat. Right here, chat. I'm not even joking. I'm gonna lock in, chat. Give me just a sec to lock in, chat. We can get the mood music on a little. Cool. Come on. Nah. Come on, chat. I know you believe in me, chat. I'm gonna prove you right, chat. Okay, so every time I try to go straight, it increases my speed. How do you maintain speed while doing a donut? That's I think that's gonna be my next question. Okay, I think I'm maintaining a speed right here, chat. If you don't spin out, you maintain that speed. Okay, other side, other side, other side, other side. The speed is a little low. Okay, we couldn't maintain the drift. We spun out. Cool. Not cool actually, but okay, too much thought. Feather it, just feather it. But how do you maintain the speed while you're drifting? I'm doing it somehow, but I have no idea how I'm doing it. Like I'm pressing the throttle a lot. Maybe that is it. But how do you do it while you're drifting? Like right now, I was like at speed 20. Do I need to change gears? Let's try changing gears when I'm in that low speed stage. Okay. I think a hair just flew into my mouth. No. Okay, I think I'm gonna ask the next question to chat GPT. See, I told you I'm not gonna forget. I was a little late, but I didn't forget. Okay, how do you? Let's frame a question first. How do you maintain speed while you're drifting in a donut? Cool, sounds good. Okay, let's just tell him. Sorry. Let's just let's start again. Let's tell him we are on a wheel. I am on a wheel and the car is the BMW M3E30. Right, chat? Look at the Picasso we've made with our tires, chat. Cool. Let's just check the. Oh, I was right all this time. It is the BMW M3E30. Cool. So I'm on a wheel and the car is the BMW M3E30. Any tips is appreciated, and also and come on, and also how do you maintain speed when you're drifting? Cool. Alright, that is the second question. A little bit technical, but let's see what he has to say. Cool. Let's fix control so you cool. We don't want to spin, that's for sure, right? Okay, now chat is agreed to help us. How kind enough of ChatGPT. You're on the right track. Cool. And according to chat, we are on the right track because we have a wheel and a BMW M3 E30. So good job to me and us. I know, I guess. Well, to anyone who's on a wheel and driving the BMW M3 E30. Cool. So, first thing, I have done this. The force feedback is at, I think it is at 60 or 50, but let's change that. We're gonna go a little higher. I think we can do like 75. So like a little bit more force feedback to, because force feedback helps a lot when you're drifting, because it just gives you more, you know, the counter steer opportunities, if you may. If I may. So gamma is 1.0 linear, and speed filter 0 to 5. I always keep the filter 0 because don't tell this to anyone, but if you're on a Logitech wheel, mostly the G29, G920, or the G923, you've got to listen to this and remember it. Always keep your filter 0, because I don't know why, but every time I was on a wheel with the filter anything but 0, it just used to vibrate when I used to brake, so it just gives you extra feedback, force feedback, that you don't need. So if you're having a problem, like when you're braking, or even when you're just still, not doing anything, or actually just moving, your wheel, when it's on the near the center, it vibrates. That is because of the filter. If you're watching this, you're having a problem when your Logitech wheel, most importantly, is vibrating in the middle, try using a 0 filter from the settings, and see if it's fixed, because it was fixed for in my uh, case, and I would recommend you try that, because I scoured the internet for this exact same problem, but then figured it out on my own, because I couldn't find any solution to this. So if you're having this problem, set your filter to 0 and see if that helps. Cool. Speed sensitivity 0, obviously. I think mine is at 0, but I feel. Oh no, speed sensitivity. No. I wanted to see if there's a way we can change like the speed of the rotation of the wheel, of the thing, but I don't think that's like a feature on this wheel. But some wheels have that. If you have that setting, you could increase the speed the wheel moves in. You should, like mess with it, see what works the best. Cool. I'm sweating, man. I'm sweating. It's kind of the summers have come. It's summer season. Summer board season, but summer board hasn't set in just yet. Maybe next summer. Okay. Let the wheel self-rotate. Obviously, we gotta let the wheel do its thing, fam. Cool. Okay. What do you mean by lift off throttle? What is lift off throttle? Oh, okay. So I think it means the initiation throttle, right? We've got to maintain the initiation throttle, which in turn affects our angle, right? So if we maintain a lesser angle, I think we're gonna maintain the speed too. Let's try that actually. That is just gold, right, chat? That is gold right there. Cool. We gotta try what we've just learned. We're gonna try what we've just learned, chat. Okay, not too much angle. That's what we want to do, which is hard in this car. Oh, I think it's working. No, we're spinning out. Okay, so in intervals, we've got to decrease the angle of the car, of the drift, to gain speed. Let's try that. Okay, we've got the drift. We've got too much angle, little less. Stop the drift. What did I do wrong there? What did I do wrong there? Too less throttle, maybe more counter steer. Come on, come on, come on. Maintain that drift, chat. Oh my god. That was a big donut. We've got to tighten our donuts. Tighten the donut, tighten the donut. I wonder if I can learn drifting in Assetto Corsa. Can I drift in real life? But that's too far of a thought right now, because I can't even drift in Assetto Corsa yet. Come on. We've got to increase the level of throttle as well as we are. Okay. I think I found a good way to do this. Cool. We are gonna start with like a tight donut and keep increasing it slowly. Let's try that. Okay, tight donut, no. Tight donut. Spin out. Nah, that's too tight of a donut. Gotta lock in for the fam, for the chat, and the ChatGPT. ChatGPT believes in me a little, so I gotta prove him right. It's right. Okay, I think I found the perfect spot, the sweet spot. I think I found it. Nah, I've lost it. I've lost the sweet spot. Guess you cannot. Just give me a second, chat. I'm sorry, chat. My dad needed something from my desk, top secret item. So he doesn't need a lighter. So back to the topic, learning how to drift. Come on, chat. Oh, this is almost it. No. Cannot lose this angle. And we've lost it. But that, for a second, it was pretty good. I think I found the sweet spot right there. Okay. I think I've got the hang. I can. No. I know what I'm doing wrong here. I just need it's like Chad said, you gotta have that instinct, you know. You've gotta get that instinct, like the feel of the car. How much does it turn in what angle kind of thing, man. I swear I'm gonna do this right one day. I feel today is my day, but let's see how that goes. Gotta log in for somehow. I don't know how. Okay. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna lock in for 30 seconds and try to do a good donut. But Okay, chat, give me 30 seconds to lock in. Just 30 seconds. That's all I'm asking for. Too much throttle. Too less throttle. Okay. I was getting the hang of it a little. That's a little longer than 30 seconds, I know, chat, but I feel if I lock in, I can do it. Yeah, got distracted. Okay, next time if we skid out, what we gotta remember is increase the angle of the tires and decrease throttle. Cool. Increase angle, decrease throttle, increase angle, decrease throttle. Let's see if that works. More angle, I need more angle. Okay, just gotta control this. Almost lost the drift right there. I am losing the drift. Almost. Okay. I think we're doing it. We're doing it, chat. Oh, but that was on gear 1. Why were we on gear number 1? But we were doing it for a second, chat, right? Did you saw that, chat, right? Oh, we just gotta replicate the thing we were doing. Okay, chat. I think we're doing it. Chat. We were doing it for a second, but did you see that? See that? Look at that smoke. We were doing a drift or not? Until I mess it up. Okay, so the key is whenever you're losing speed, increase throttle. It sounds pretty obvious, but and whenever you're gonna spin out, decrease throttle. Sounds simple, but it's I'm kind of learning it on the fly, you know. Why were we doing good on gear 1? Excuse me. Let's try and go to gear 1 again. And try doing a donut. What do we need? Is it less power? Is less power equals easier controllability? Oh, see, chat. We're doing it, chat. Look at that, chat. Our first donut that lasted a respectable amount of time. I think I know what we're doing here. It is the steering. Every time I lose speed, I adjust the angle of the steering wheel, and oh, chat, look at this. That was a long donut. We're making progress, slowly but surely. I think gear 1, what we're doing in gear 1, if we can just replicate that on gear 2, we are golden. Chat, I'm not even joking, we are golden. That's gonna be learning to drift in one video. Right there, chat. Right there, chat. Gotta change the title of the video. Learning to drift in just one video. Is that too cocky of me to say? I think it is. So we're just gonna stick to what the title is. Slowly but surely. Right, chat? That should be the title of the video. Or as I like to call it, or like I said, like Kendrick Lamar likes to call it, you're racing against the tortoise. We have Yala from chat. Come on, initiate. I think we're doing a good donut. Just gotta look at the direction we gotta go more. Okay, let's try that in gear 2. Second gear. Okay. I think what we have to replicate here is the steering. I've got to move the steering faster and more. How do I do that? No, that doesn't work. What are we doing wrong? How do we improve? I feel we gotta go to ChatGPT again. We're gonna do this a lot, so ChatGPT is my teacher. Cool. Oh, sorry, wrong video, wrong tab. Cool. Stay in the power band. What the heck is the power band? Keeps rev mid to high, not red line, not low. Okay. It's harder to be in the... No, it's actually easier to be in the power band when the power band is, push totally upwards as soon as you rev, So, more throttle is equal to more angle, obviously, like I said. And you've got to keep more throttle, you've got to find that sweet spot between more throttle and less throttle, fam. Not even joking, ChatGPT, come on, how do you do that? Okay, we've got to give it small adjustments. I think that's where I'm lacking. You've got to feel the car and adjust your, throttle. Cool. Okay, you just got to steer to keep speed. Keep speed. Oh, that's what it means by, keeping speed. Like I said, whenever I used to keep the steering wheel like more towards the middle, I increased the speed. So that's good. We're on the right track. Okay. We're right here on the step 3. Braking traction. Counter steer. 50 to 70%. Cool. So we're gonna keep the throttle at around 50 to 70%. And also I totally forgot, we've got to change the FFB settings, right? So we're gonna increase the FFB to like 70, 75 maybe. And we are gonna do that right now. Cool. But we are kind of holding a drift more. Oh, I don't know. Cool. But let's go to settings, Assetto Corsa, controls, force feedback. So right now it's at 60. Let's do it to 75 maybe. This is where the filter 0% is, chat. And if you like I said, if you're having that problem with the steering wheel vibrates when it's in the middle, try putting it to 0%. Might work, might not. Let me know in the comments. Cool. Minimum force is also 0, and post processing also 0. I haven't touched anything in this, settings, like regarding the force feedback. So I don't know, I felt like all the settings I changed resulted in something not feeling right. So okay, the force feedback is more. We have to hold the drift or the donut. Come on. Okay, that was a big drift. I feel like we are making progress. That was also a good long drift, but we're going too wide. We need to tighten this circle. Or let's just try and maintain the drift first. Then we will make adjustments to tighten the donut. Okay, that's a good donut. That's a long drift, chat. We are making progress. Chat, that's amazing. sorry. I got too excited. But we were holding a good angle like you saw. Chat, I'm telling you. I'm goated. I'm gonna take the drifting world by storm, chat. I'm glad you believed in me, chat. Okay, fast movements of the steering wheel paired with throttle control. When you need more throttle, you get it. Come on, I can do this. I think the FFB settings helped a ton, because it gave me more feedback of when the car is like trying to counter steer, and whenever it like wants to counter steer, that's when I leave it, but leave it in a controlled way. So to just in like one sentence, I have a problem in saying things in one sentence, but whenever you like increasing the FFB helps you know what the car wants, to say it like simply, like it just helps you in telling what the car is telling you to do, you know. Chat, I feel like this setting is the goat of all settings when it comes to drift. Chat, I feel I might even go above. Chat, I'm holding a drift, chat. For a second. Gotta control my excitement. Okay, we are making progress. A little slow, but progress is progress. Okay. Chat. We're doing it, chat. We spun out. Okay, chat. I think we're doing it, chat. Our first ever donut, proper donut, for a long time. Okay, so I am keeping the throttle above 50% when usually, and come on. I am keeping the throttle above 50% and adjusting the steering wheel to get regain speed. Excuse me, that was my lunch. Disgusting, I know. What the heck, man? What are you doing? So whenever I'm losing speed, I feel I just align the wheels to the center. And maybe even a little bit on the opposite direction of the steering or the counter steer, like, you know. You've got to look at the car. Whenever it is, the angle of the car drift is increasing, let go of the throttle. See, chat, that's what I'm doing right here. Alright, what was it doing? Needed a little more throttle. Needed a little bit more angle and maybe the counter steer. Come on. Can't keep it. Lock in. Okay. What I wasn't doing right there was counter steering. And increase throttle whenever you are gonna stop, you know. Okay. I feel when I go left, I do it better. Let's try doing it on the left side. Right after this drift. Okay, we're on the left side. Okay, we're gonna do a tight donut here. Try to do a tight donut. What am I doing wrong? Excuse me. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing wrong. Music's too low. Let's increase the volume. Lock in. 30 seconds, chat. That's all I need. Chat, we're doing it. Just gotta remember what I'm doing right here. Okay, throttle halfway pressed. Okay, throttle halfway pressed. Decrease if needed. Okay. Chat. I think I might have gotten it. Chat, what I'm doing here is I am kind of like keeping throttle halfway for the normal times, and whenever I am in need of like getting more angle, I decrease the throttle, and whenever I'm losing speed, I increase the throttle. Okay, gotta lock in. Come on. Too less throttle in the end. That was a good donut, I feel. Stable donut. We're losing power too quickly. I'm scared of spinning out. That was a good long donut. Come on. Okay, chat. I feel we've got to increase the FFB settings. I'm gonna go back to 100, chat. I jabbed my mic. Trying to turn the wheel, I jabbed my mic. Okay, one last try to do a donut. Then we increase the FFP settings. I think they matter a lot in this. Oh, chat, look, a perfect circle. We completed a circle. And it was tight. Tighter circles are harder than, I feel, harder than longer circles. Chat. I feel like the FFP settings matter a lot, a ton. Okay, let's do it. Let's change the FFP settings and see if we can get better at this a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna go for the 100%, a full 100%, like I'm doing in my drifts. But okay, gain 100%, drive. Gonna stick to the same cars, stick to the same circuit or the map. Cool. Alright, chat. Moment of truth. Oh, I lost the drift. That's a big circle. Got good speed. Can't hold that circle. I've got to turn the wheel faster. I feel that matters a lot while controlling the throttle. Come on. There are lock in chat. Give me 30 seconds again. A minute this time. A minute. I'm sure I can maintain a drift now. Okay. I've got to just try keep the throttle in the middle. My eyes were on the throttle meter. See, Chad, you just gotta keep, like, you gotta get that instinct. Okay, the throttle is at 60%, and I feel that is like the sweet spot. When the throttle is at 60%, all you gotta do is steer to maintain the donut. So let's try that again. Okay. That I maintained that drift pretty good. All with just feathering the throttle. and now I've changed how I press the throttle, and I hope that makes a change now. I was pressing the throttle only with my like thumb, like my foot's thumb, and I feel that's not a good way to get the idea of how much throttle you need, you know. Too much throttle. I wanna hold a drift like forever, for as long as I wanna. Come on. Maybe I need a more powerful car, more horsepowers, or like a different power curve. I wanna try a new map, chat. I'm tired of drifting in a circle, but if I can't even drift, I have no idea how to transition. So I think we need to stick to this. Chat, should we change? Should we change the car maybe? Let's try that. Chat, I'm gonna be back in 2 seconds. Just give, not 2 seconds, 5 minutes. So give me just 5 minutes. I'm gonna be back. Thank you. Alright, Chad, I am back and I feel I am very hungry. So, that is it for today, fam. Thank you for joining me. This has been Shiv. You're watching Game History, and I hope you've got a little bit idea of how to drift. This is series one, or like the part one of a long series until I actually learn how to drift. So, thanks for joining me. That's it for me for today, and see you all in the next video. Bye.